The question that I get almost all the time is, what are some of the most affordable area here in Charlotte? Guess what? In today's video, we are about to discuss 7 areas that are still affordable here in Charlotte. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Daniel Kumu. I'm a local realtor with Nash Group at Keller Williams Realty. And in today's video, we will discuss 7 affordable area here in Charlotte. In fact, I have my laptop in front of me, so I'll switch over to my laptop, pull the map of Charlotte, and show those areas. Okay, not only would I show you those areas on the map, I will also give you a few key things to look out for, or perhaps why this area is still affordable. Yeah, great area to invest in or buy in. And at the end of this video, if you stay tuned to the end of this video, what I'll do is I'll give you my number 1 pick out of the 7 area. Okay, so now let's take a quick minute to get a coffee. Got my water, whatever you need. Take this moment to hit the subscribe button. Okay, hit the like, give me a comment or any feedback or anything I have before we dive into this video. Charlotte medium home sales price, Charlotte as a whole, medium sales price in Charlotte is at $395. If you do the math in today's market where interest rate is at 6.5, so a mortgage payment on a $395,000 home, just principal and interest, is about $2,600 a month. Now you add taxes, you add insurance, you add PMI, depending on how much you put down, you're looking at well above $3,000 a month just on a mortgage payment. Okay, $3,000 a month just on your mortgage payment. That's not counting your car note, your grocery, and all. Charlotte just not affordable. But guess what? You guys are in for a treat today, because today we will discuss 7 areas that you can still buy well below the Charlotte medium home sales price of $395. I hope you guys are all locked in. I am going to show you this area on the computer. I'll pull the map of Charlotte so we can go over some of this area. Grab your paper. So here's the map of Charlotte. Okay, I pulled this map just to kind of give you an idea on Charlotte. We won't spend a lot of time talking about Charlotte. We'll save that for another video. But on this video, we'll just kind of give you a glance of Charlotte. This is I-45. I-45 make a big loop around Charlotte. So no matter where you are on I-45, you're about 30-minute radius to uptown Charlotte, downtown Charlotte. So 45-minute give or take max to downtown Charlotte, no matter where you are on the loop of I-485. You have the I-77 and you have the I-85 that goes through Charlotte as well too. So those are the 3 major highways here in Charlotte. You have I-485, I-77, and I-85. So those are 3 major highways just to take in consideration if you are moving to Charlotte. Those are the 3 highways that we have, major highway we have in Charlotte. Another thing that I want to point out real quick before we dive into the topic of affordability here in Charlotte. Charlotte is a very spread out town, and to my opinion, Charlotte is split in half. Okay, let me just draw a line. You have the north side of Charlotte and you have the south side of Charlotte. So most of our discussion today and most of the area that we'll discuss when it comes to affordability will be in the north side of Charlotte. Okay, it just happened to be almost all the area on the north side of Charlotte. So most of our conversation today will be on the north side of Charlotte, and that's what we're focused on. Yes, you do have some affordability home here in the south side of Charlotte. Yes, you do as well too. But in today's video, on my top 7 area, all 7 of them are on the north side of Charlotte. Just want to point that out before we dive into it. So now let me take all this line off so we can talk about the affordability. Okay, zoom in. All right, first area on my list when it comes to affordability, the first area is the 28212 zip code. This zip code right here. 28212 is a zip code that has been flying under the radar for quite some time. Zip code, a mid-size, as in location area, about 43,000 residents. So what I mean by mid-size is it has a good population, yet is not overcrowded compared to some of the other zip codes. So about 43,000 residents. This zip code here, to my opinion, is a very laid-back area. A lot of older long-term resident. It is also known for some of the older communities such as Shamrock Garden, McClintock Woods, Burton Wood. So almost everything in 28212 is somewhat very laid back, more so settled. Okay. In fact, before I even talk about real estate, in 28212, at the present time, there are no new construction and no new construction home available in 28212. So if you are looking for new construction in 28212, perhaps this zip code might not be the one for you. So stay tuned for some of my other area where I will point out some of the area where you can get some new construction. But as of today, there are no new construction in 28212. Okay, let's talk about real estate in 28212, for instance. As I mentioned earlier on my introduction, so the median home sale price in 28212 is at $321,000, which make this area, in my opinion, a very affordable zip code, a very affordable area. Also, another thing that make this area one to put on your radar, the location, the placement of 28212 is one that you wanted to keep your eyes on. If you're one who live in Charlotte or very familiar with Charlotte, you'll notice that 28211 is a zip code called, is part of the South Park zip code. 28209 is South Park zip code. 28105 is Matthew. 28227 is Mayhill. So all this area here surrounding 28212 are very well known, very well established, good living type of area. In my opinion, 28212 is an area to keep on your radar. Okay, let's talk about real estate in 281. I know I was talking about real estate before I jump into location. I'm gonna open my MLS and then we can jump in and just look at live data on 28212. At the present time, today is November 11. Let's see, we'll put a zip code 28212. As of today, total of 35 active listings, single family home in 28212. Okay, for a population of 43,000 residents and only 35 homes are active, it means the zip code is a little scarce in the sense that not a lot of options. Okay, not a lot of options at all. The lowest price home in 28212 is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home listed for $289. It is about 1,200 square foot. Let's click and see. Okay, so this is a perfect home for a starter family, single person. This is a 1,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Take a look on the inside. Clean, very nice, where one can move in. So you don't necessarily have to pay the $400,000 Charlotte price to live in Charlotte. Yes, you can still afford to live in Charlotte at a price that it is affordable. So as you can tell, this is a 1-story, 1,200, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, great starter home, great family home for one with a small family and live very comfortable. The home is clean. Let's see here, as you can all tell. And one of the most active listing home is 28212 is this listing here. It is a 2,700 square foot home, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, listed at $580,000. So almost $600,000. It has a shade of 1 acre. So I'm pointing this out to you because just to give you an idea on all the great features this home at $600,000 has to offer. So you have almost 1 acre, a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700, almost 2,700 square foot. Now, one thing I didn't mention on that other home, age of this home is 1969. I don't know if you recall at the beginning of the video, I mentioned that most of the resident, or perhaps this area is a very settled area, so there are not a lot of new construction. This home here was built in 1969. Let's look, fully renovated. Okay, it's a full brick. We have a 2-car garage attached, and you even have a carport. And look at that, beautiful. Okay, for less than $600,000, you have 2,700 square foot, fully renovated home, new floor, new ceiling, new paint, new everything. So beautiful home, beautiful property. Look at that, double oven, gas oven, chef hood. I mean, it has everything one will want if you are on the market to find a home without breaking the bank. This home, if you were to shift over 28211, 28209, 28105, will be well above $1 million. So $600,000 is a deal for this home. Let's go back here. So I mentioned the age, right? So this one here that I point out at the beginning, this one built in 1986. Looking at the age of all active listing in 28212, nothing is built, no new construction. The latest home is built in 2014. So other than that, 2004, 99, 99, 88. So it is a very settled neighborhood. Not neighborhood, very settled area. So if you are looking for that settled environment, that laid back, an area where you consider you wanted to live in with a lot of long-term resident, this may be an area to consider. This may be a zip code to consider. Going back, let's talk about townhome and condo real quick. I know I point out single family, but let's just look at townhome and condo. So in 28212, at the present time, there are a total of 21 active listings between townhome and condo. They are ranging anywhere from one bedroom, one bath, 132,000. So this is a 600 square foot condo. Perfect condo, one bedroom, one bath condo for a single person. This will be a deal. 132,000 to the highest one currently on the market is at 279. So this one is at 279. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath built in 74. So again, you see the age of these condos are a little older. So let's just to recap real quick, 28212, as you all can tell, based on the price of homes that are currently active in the area, still very, very affordable. Okay. Now, I did a little bit further. I did a little bit of research to just kind of look and see how 28212 is ranked among the other area. So I went to niche.com, and based on niche.com, 28212 is rated at a B by overall niche. Is B plus for public school, A plus for diversity, B plus for a place for family to live, and 28212 is ranked number 4 as one of the most diverse zip code in North Carolina. So number 4 most diverse zip code in North Carolina, that is on top of the list when it comes to diversity. If you want looking for an area that is diverse, 28212 is on top of the list. Number 4, you can beat it. Okay, top 5. Now, in addition to very well diverse, very affordable, as I mentioned to you earlier, 28212, the location for me is key. Okay, if you ask me my personal opinion on all the area that I'll go over, which one would I choose when it comes to investment, when it comes to potential in the future, I'll pick 28212 hands down, because it's just so much to list. Location is one thing. Another thing too is where 281 is located. In order for you to have the right access to Uptown Charlotte, which is over here, you don't need to jump on the highway. You don't need, no need for major highway. You can take a back road. In fact, I work in 28219. Took me 15 minutes to get to 28212 last week. Oh, by the way, I have a listing coming in 28212. So if you are looking for a home in 28212, I have a listing coming in 28212, and I went to visit the listing to tour the property, and it took me literally 10 to 15 minutes to get to 28212. Just took the back road right off Wendover, Monroe Road, and I was in 28212 within 10 to 15 minutes. Same distance will get you Uptown Charlotte. 10 to 15 minutes, you're in South Park, Matthew, Mayhill. So when it comes to location, this area is very, very well positioned. Okay. So also another thing that I point out in my looking at 28122 is because of the proximity to Uptown Charlotte, there's a lot of public transportation. So living in 28212, you have the best of everything. And to close it out, and just to kind of give you a summary before we jump into the next zip code, looking for a laid-back environment, laid-back area that is still affordable, that you wanted to come in and build equity, yes, put 28212 on your map as an area to consider. Okay, sounds good? All right, perfect. Now, let's move on. Let's jump on number 2 on my list, the second zip code on my list. Let's talk about 28213 zip code. 28213. I don't know why it went from 1-2 to 1-3. You got 1-5 in the middle, but they're not adjacent to each other. I don't know who came out with the zip code numbers, but anyway, that's not the question, the topic of the conversation. 28213 is somewhat similar to 28212 in a sense of size. It's about the mid-size as well too, about 45,000 residents. 28212, in my opinion, is a little bit more vibrant and has mixed generation compared to 28212. Here's why. The University of Charlotte, this is 49, this is 29, the Route 29, cross over, let me zoom in real quick so I can show you. This is Route 29 in 28213, that's they call it University Boulevard, cross over Old Concord Road. The University of Charlotte, UNCC, is located somewhere over here, okay? Because of the location of the University of Charlotte, this area, in my opinion, is very vibrant and has a mixed generation, very much so compared to 28212 at the bottom here. You got best of everything, the young, the older, the mid, the young professional, all of them is just a good mix of generation here in 28213. Now, you do so have some area that are somewhat reserved. That you do have neighborhoods such as older neighborhoods such as Hayden Valley, that is in 28213. And one another very large community in 28213 is Old Stone Crossing. Backery Church is another community here in 28213. So this area here is a very mixed, well-known area. The median sales price in 28213, because of what it has to offer, is a little higher than 28212. Okay, the medium sales price in 28213 is at $335. Not that much higher, yet it is still a little above 28212, yet below the $395 medium sales price in overall Charlotte. So nothing at all, not even close to the medium sales price in Charlotte. So $335 is still very affordable. It's still well below the medium sales price in Charlotte. And not only that, you are within distance to the University of Charlotte. Okay, now let's look at what is going on in 28213 in the sense of real estate. So this the MLS. Let's go back. Same thing we do with 28212, just to kind of see what is out there. If you were to look for a single family home in 28213, let's see what we have. So we have about 57, which is somewhat close to 28212 in a sense. They're ranging anywhere from 269. This is a 269, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 0.2 of an acre, 1,200 square foot. Let's see. It looks like a brick home that has been worked on, refinished. Yeah. Perfect. You know, new floor, fully renovated. A 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1-story home that is listed for 269. As you can tell, this one is built in 1967 to what is the highest price home in 28213. Let's see here. This look like the same address. Let's see what it is. Okay, so this is not a home. Okay, they're selling this as a package, so let's now use that. So the highest home for sale in 28213 is listed at 670. This is a 30, almost 3,700 square foot home, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, a little shy of an acre as well, 2.81 of an acre. And let's just see what this home has to offer. So I got a stucco, exterior stucco, very nice home, very spacious. As you can tell, it's built in 1988, so it's not new, yet it is built in 1988, so which is still a little newer compared to home in 28212. Now let's look what are some of the other home and what are the age. So because I did mention, yeah, as I mentioned to you, as you can tell here, yeah, there are some new construction going in 28213. That's what I mentioned to you earlier. This one here is a brand new construction by Eastwood Home, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,400 square foot. Okay, 3,400 square foot, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, and it's on the market at 669. There are a few of them out there. So if you're one looking for new construction, there's plenty of new construction. As you can tell, there are plenty of new construction going in 28213. So 28213, as I mentioned to you, is a very mixed zip code. Let's look at when it comes to townhome and condo, because I know some of you want to know. Townhome and condo, they are ranging anywhere from 145,000 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in Shannon Gray, 145,000. Built in 84 to what is the highest one on the market? To this new construction here going in Brixton subdivision. It's being built by Empire Community. It is a 3-story townhome, and this one is on the market for 486,000. I mean, take a look. It's 3-story luxury style townhome, very large island, top of the line. It looks very nice, very clean, very open concept. And this one is going for 46. So overall, you have a little bit of everything in 28213. Okay, talking about ranking, same thing with 28212. I went to niche.com for 28213 just to see where 28213 is stacking, and on niche.com rated 28213 as a B plus overall, B minus for public school, A for diversity, B plus for a place for family to live, and number 22 as one of the most diverse zip code in North Carolina. So this ranking is based on North Carolina, not just Charlotte, North Carolina. So number 22 most diverse zip code here in North Carolina. That is so top in my opinion. With all the zip code, I believe North Carolina has over 300 zip code. Being number 22 is great. It's great, and you can't beat it. Now, we do have diversity. You have an area that is affordable. Next thing that is very key about this area, in my opinion, is the location. Okay, you are within, depending on where you are, walking distance to UNCC Charlotte. And because of that, the opportunity in this zip code are endless. Okay, you have a lot of investors looking into this zip code because one, a family can buy a home here for the kids to go to school. You can buy a home here to rent it out to college students. I mean, there's endless opportunity living in 28213. They have one of the largest university here in Charlotte, the University of Charlotte. This make area very popular for student, faculties members, staff, businesses, because a lot of business cater to the university need. Another thing that I love about 28213, as you can tell, you have the major highway right there. So you have I-85 that cross over the zip code. You have I-45 that cross over the same zip code. You are just within 5 to 10 minutes to all major highway. You have Route 29 that will take you straight to Uptown Charlotte. So if you're one where you do not want to get on the highway, you can just take Route 29 straight down to Uptown Charlotte. Route 29 continue all the way to the south side of Charlotte. Yeah, you can take it all the way to Uptown Charlotte. So this area, in my opinion, is just perfect. Okay, and to put a cherry on top of it, there is inside of the university the new CAT system. CAT is the Mecklenburg, the public transportation Charlotte area transit system. They just opened a light rail station that goes all the way from the south side and have a station in 28213 inside of the university. So if you're one that like to commute and you just you don't feel like driving down to Uptown Charlotte, drive down to one of those. There's parking all along this station. Park your car, jump on the train, and you can take the train all the way Uptown Charlotte without having to fight with the traffic. So this zip code, in my opinion, is just perfect, well located. And if you're one looking for an opportunity, a zip code that is full of opportunity, definitely want to consider 28213 as part of your plan. Okay, perfect. Moving on to the third zip code on my list. Okay, third zip code is a zip code that is broader. I'll call it between 28213. They are brothers and sisters. And today we'll talk about 28262. This zip code here. 28262 and 28213, in my opinion, are both brothers and sisters because they're both, when it comes to location, they're right there. Okay, right there along each other's nose. Population size wise, both about 45,000 resident, almost resident in both zip code commingle all the time. So you won't know when you cross over to a 262 unless you're very familiar with the area. Other than that, you will feel that you are in the same zip code. The only difference in this 28262 compared to 28213, 28262, depending on where you are, if you are over the I-45, has few Fortune 500 companies. Okay, this one thing that said 28262, in my opinion, a little apart from 28213. 28262, right off W.T. Harris, has one of Wells Fargo largest campus center is in 28262. You have the IBM Research Park in 28262. You have Honeywell office here in 28262. You do have Duke Energy has an office in 28262. You do have, there is a new construction going on in 28262 with a pharmaceutical company that is relocating their headquarters in 28262. So now, in addition to having that proximity to University of Charlotte here, 28262 has a little bit more to offer when it comes to choices or options. Okay, it has a lot more to offer, and because of that, 28262 has a good mix of young professional, college student, everything. Okay, also 28262 is known for having a very well-known neighborhood such as Lexington. Lexington is a very well-known neighborhood in 28262. In fact, I believe one of Mecklenburg chief of police used to live in 28262, their Lexington zip code. You have Fountain Grove, which is right across from the IBM Research Park, and you have Mala Lake. So Mala Lake is somewhere over here. That is a neighborhood in 28262. Now let's talk about real estate in 28262. Medium sales price in 28262 is slightly higher than 28213. The medium sales price in 28262 here is about 352,000. Okay, so it's a little slightly higher, not much higher. It's slightly higher compared to 28213. Let's go and just kind of take a look at what is existing. What are some of the home in 28262, just like we have done with the other zip code. So far in 28262, when it comes to single family home, there are about 38 of them. So a little less compared to 28213. So 38 active listing in 28262, ranging anywhere from 280,000 in Hembywood. So this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,000 square foot home in Hembywood. Let's just take a look. That is on the market for 280,000. I mean, great home, great starter home for a family. So it's not at that 400,000 medium sales price in Charlotte. It is still well below even 300,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,000 square foot, and I believe this is negotiable. The next one is this home here, another 1,200 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, very nice. Has a new floor, new fireplace, new cabinet. I mean, very, very nice. It looked like they did a little nice work to this property. And this one is listed at 295, and even have a 1-car garage. So there are still affordable home here in Charlotte if you are one looking to move to Charlotte. Let's see what the highest home in 28262 is. So this is a property for sale. This is a single family, 2-story single family home on 11 acres, 11.4. So that's why it is listed at 1.2 million. So this one has 11 acres listed for 1.2 million, 4,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. I don't know if you guys want to look at the pictures, but I wanted to showcase the acreage more than they have the home. So 11 acres, almost 12 acre, 4,200 square feet, 4-bedroom, 3-bath home at 1.2 million is one of them. Let's see here. Next is this property here in Lexington. So this is the neighborhood that I mentioned to you. Great neighborhood. I love this neighborhood. Lexington is a 4,700 square foot, 2-story and a basement. 4,700 square foot, 6-bedroom, 5-bath, built in 2001. That is on the market for $799. Okay, $799 for this almost 5,000 square foot. Look how beautiful this home is. Very, very spacious home. And this home is on the market. So you have 2-story and a basement, almost 5,000 square foot for $799. You have 6 bedroom, you have 5 bath. You can't go wrong. So 28262 still got a lot of potential. You have a lot of homes that are on the market. In fact, there are 2 homes in Lexington that are currently on the market in that community. Let's see. When it comes to single family and townhome, let's see what we got. So you got more choices. If you are one looking for a condo or townhome, there are a total of 63 of them. So they are ranging anywhere from 230,000. This is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath in Hyde Park, 1,200 square foot. Is listed on the market for 230. Looks nice. It looks very spacious. Yep, very nice. Townhome. So going back to my point, there are still homes that are for, if you're looking for home, you can get a home. To this townhome, area park. So area at the park is right beside the IBM Research Park. Is right beside some of those corporate names that I mentioned, companies that I mentioned earlier. They have a 3-story 2,700 square foot townhome that is on the market for 600,000. These are newer townhome. I believe they just completed back in 2022. That's when they were completed. Very, very nice community. You do have a lot of young professionals in this community. I had a client who purchased in this community. Love this area. It's right off Mala Creek and right outside of W.T. Harris. It was built by Madame Home. So it is a very luxury style community, and they are listed at 600,000. Let's see here. Yep, 600,000. There's another one in that community that is going for 539. There are new construction going at the Research Park. Let's see who's the builder. By Taylor Morrison. So there are new construction going. There are 3-story townhome, 3 bedroom, 3 bath that are on the market for sale by Taylor Morrison as well too. So if you're looking for new construction townhome, perhaps you may want to take a look at this. Reach out to me and I'll put you in contact with the rep at Taylor Morrison and we can explore some of the options that they have. They're on the market for 466. They're 3-story, 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath, almost 2,000 square foot brand new townhomes. So overall, same as 28213, 28212. I went to Niche and just to kind of get the rating of 28262. Niche has 28262 rated at A+, not A, but overall Niche, that's what they rated. A 28262 is rated as A. B- for public school, A for diversity, A for a good place for family to live, and number 32 for most diverse zip code in North Carolina. So overall, rating A is great because you have A for a place to live for family, A for diversity, just B- for public school. So you can't go wrong if you're one looking to move into Charlotte and consider 28262 as part of your area. Okay, location alone for me is a selling point. You are within distance to the university. You are within distance to all major highway. You do have some of those Fortune 500 company. If you are looking for employment, you have direct front row seats to some of those Fortune 500 company. Another thing too that I love, I would say, from 28262 is the fact that you share almost the same amenities as 28213. So everybody in 28213 and 28262 pretty much commingle on amenities. They have the boardwalk is in 28262. Is a great, very well-known area here in Charlotte where they have a lot of shop. Is a very nice plaza. There's a man-made mini lake where you will go relax, have a glass of wine. They have a little bit of everything. So if you want visiting Charlotte, perhaps you may want to go check out the boardwalk in 28262. So when it comes to location, 28262, you cannot sleep on 28262 because it is very well positioned, a great area. It can literally get to everything you need to and just be within distance to all the major highway. So 28262, I'll highly recommend put 28262 on your map if you want looking to move to Charlotte and looking for an affordable area. Okay, moving on. So we are down to, we have 5 to go. I hope you guys are still with me. If you're not, go get a coffee, go get water, hit the subscribe button because we still got 5 more to go. Whatever you need to keep your eyes open or whatever you need to stay with me, let's just keep on going. 5 more to go. Okay, I'll go over all 5 affordable area here today, so that way you have enough aim when you are one moving to Charlotte. Next on my list is the 28215 zip code. This zip code here. So 28215 is a little bit larger zip code compared to the other 2 that we have discussed earlier, the 3 we have discussed. So 28215 is a little bit larger. It has a total resident of about 60,000 residents, so which is a little bit larger, and it's about 29 square mile. So a little much bigger zip code compared to the other zip code. 28215 is somewhat similar to 28212 and when it comes to the feel, the vibe. Okay, 28215 is it has that small town feel with a strong sense of community. You have a lot of long-term residents, just like 28212. Most of the community in 28215 are older generation or that older vibe, that more settled vibe. So 28215 is very similar. Now, in the last few years, in the last 5 years or so, there have been a lot of new construction happening in 28215, yet none compared to 28212. 28215 is getting more new construction now in 28215. So it's not as set as 28212, yet there's a lot of new development coming in 28215. Okay, now 28215 is still very, very affordable compared to Charlotte medium home sales price. The medium sales price in 28215 is at 355,000. 355,000, so well below the medium sales price in Charlotte. And I forgot to mention to you that 28215 is home to one of the largest 55 plus community called Crestwind. So if you ever in Charlotte, you ask about Crestwind, they will tell you 28215 is home to Crestwind. 28215 is home to a well-known neighborhood called Shannon Park, Windsor Park. Those are very well-known older community here in 28215. Now let's talk about real estate in 28215. Same thing, we go back, we look what are on the market in 28215. At the present time, there are a total of 153 homes in 28215. So you definitely do have a lot to choose from. 153 homes is a lot to choose from compared to the other 3 zip code that we had discussed. There's a lot of options. The cheapest home in 28215 is this property here. I believe it's a foreclosure home, 1,200 square foot, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. That is on the market at 179. So this here is ideal for an investor or a blue collar person who knows what to do. You have almost an acre, 1,200 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, listed for 179. The next cheapest home is this home in Shannon Park. I mentioned Shannon Park to you earlier. It is a very well-known community. You have here a 2,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, built in 69, listed at 219,000. That is way below the county tax assessment. 219 is well below the county tax assessment. So would you come in and put a little bit of work? Yes, you may consider putting a little bit of work. Yeah, if you're one who know what you're doing, this might be well worth the investment. 219,000, 4-bedroom, 2 bath, 2,000 square foot is well worth the investment. When it comes to most expensive home in 28215, as I mentioned to you, 28215 has a little bit of everything. The most expensive home in 28215 is at 3.3 million. Look at that. It is this home sits on 7 acre. It is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, almost 10,000 square foot home. 10,000 square foot. Okay. Look how beautiful this property is. Very, very detailed home. And this home is listed at 3.3 million. It's 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 9,400 square foot. City has it assessed at 2 million. It's on the market, currently on the market at 3.3 million. Beautiful property. The next most expensive home is this home here in Rocky River Church Road. Is at 1.8 million, has 15 acres. So it is very sad. You can still afford to buy home with acreage. If you are looking for privacy, you can do so. There are a lot of new construction going on. In fact, as I mentioned to you, there's one on Greer Meadow being built by Eastwood as well too. 6-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,400 square foot. That is on the market at around 614 at 614. You have another, I believe there's another community, Farmouth North. It is a new construction being built, 2,600 square foot on half an acre, 5-bedroom, 3.5-bath. That is currently on the market at 595. So just take a look. So there are a lot of options in 28215, mix of everything from new construction to existing. This Crest one, this is a 55. This is a property here for sale in a 55 plus community in Crest Wind. Is listed for 540. It is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 square foot home. Yes, you have to be 55 to buy in this community. Okay, so when it comes to affordability, you have a lot of option in 28215. If you were to ask me, 156, you have a lot to choose from in 28215, and they are ranging anywhere from 179 to 334. Let's see here. Just keep going. So all these are still well below the 395 medium sales price here in Charlotte. Now, Niche.com has 28215 rated as B by overall niche, B- for public school, A for diversity, B+ for a good place for family, and number 30 as one of the most diverse zip code here in North Carolina. So you are still one of the top 10 most diverse zip code in North Carolina living in 28215. Your overall is rated as a B, so you can't beat it, you know. So in addition to being well diverse, having a lot of option when it comes to home to choose from, the position of 28215, in my opinion, is another thing to take in consideration. So you have I-45 that cross over the zip code. 28215 is bordered with Cabarrus County, Harrisburg, and Harrisburg is a very well-known town here in Charlotte. In fact, part of 28215 is indexed in Cabarrus County. So depending on where you are in 28215, you might find yourself in Cabarrus County and fall in Harrisburg school system. So that alone is a big plus living in 28215. In addition to having access to the I-45, you are 25 minutes to Charlotte Douglas International Airport. 28215 you don't necessarily have to get on the highway. You can cut through any of these zip code and get to uptown Charlotte without getting on the highway. So you are within distance to uptown Charlotte, depending on which way you approach it. In my opinion, it's just a great zip code to consider if you want moving to Charlotte and looking for an affordable home, an affordable area to as part of your plan. So that is it. We have finished number 4 zip code on my list.